My name is Madison Eubanks, and I will be sharing a personal shift. St. Augustine once said, "The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page." I never understood the importance of the world around us, living in my sheltered life in Lexington, Kentucky. That all changed when I moved to Switzerland at the age of 14. My first glance at this new world was July 10, 2008. My eyes began to open up to the world around me as I met friends from countries all over. I can say from experience that living abroad is a beneficial experience that any student should take advantage of. It not only allows you to learn new languages and create individuality, but it prepares you for the reality of life as you mature into an adult. The relationships and experiences I had living abroad have broadened my awareness of the world around me. Primarily, from the age of 5 to 14, I grew up in what I've always known as my home of the UK Wildcats, Lexington. I had friends that I had made in primary school. My weekends were a hurricane of soccer games and the excitement of Saturday tailgating. It's hard to have your own opinions and make your own decisions when you've been influenced greatly by the community and people around you. If you think about it, I have lived in Lexington almost my whole life and been subjected to the same ideas in the community for nearly 10 years. Lexington was my world, and what I didn't know was it was only a paragraph in a book that I had barely even started. The moment my father blurted out the word Switzerland, all I could think of was how isolated I would feel, flying away from anything and everything I ever knew, to live there for 4 years. Fast forward a month, and I was waking up in a new country with a completely new lifestyle. Starting school, I had no idea what to expect. Stepping onto the public bus for my private school just seemed like such an oxymoron. Walking into the school, I was overwhelmed with the walls, covered in foreign languages, and strange faces passing by. Years after I had settled in and traveled all over Europe, I realized how much Switzerland had become a part of me. The culture and language had begun to flow through my veins. Before I knew it, I had spent my whole high school experience traveling abroad, all over Europe and parts of Africa. I definitely did not mature in a typical American setting where I could drive a car or apply for a job. Instead, I relied on public transport, and I focused on my schoolwork as I underwent an intense program covering college material. Due to this challenge, I was forced to become an independent student, writing lab reports and research papers at the age of 16. In addition, I had the opportunity to join a charity that was part of the World Health Organization called Watu Tanzania Project. For this charity, I was chosen to participate in the trip to Tanzania to physically repair a primary school. My parents had always told me to be grateful for everything, but I never truly understood these words until I left that primary school. The last day we had with those children touched my heart. The idea that the only thing that separated me from them was the luck of where I had been born was really unfair. I think this experience affected me the most as it opened up my awareness of third world countries and real poverty. In my opinion, until you experience in a moment like that, you will never fully understand the extent of the reality of the situation. At this moment in time, moving back to Lexington has been a huge transition for me. The people I have met and the places I have traveled to cannot compare to anything that most people have done here. It's insane to think that just 2 months ago, I could walk to France from my house. Starting college at the University of Kentucky, I feel different from most students, but this difference is what separates me and makes me my own individual student. I feel as though my experience in Switzerland has helped me to appreciate every opportunity given to me and become accepting of other cultures. Once again, St. Augustine said before, "The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page." I realize that not everyone is going to have the experience I had as a teenager, but if you do, I highly recommend it. And if you don't, try to take away the message I've been trying to convey. You may grow up in one town your whole life, but it's important to explore new places and view different opinions outside of your community. Before I left for Switzerland, I was stuck in the midst of my community and brought up among its culture without being able to make choices for myself. My experience has opened my eyes to the world around me as I have traveled from the riches of Monaco to the poverty of Tanzania. Just as the quote establishes, the USA is only one page in the world. And in order to finish off the book, it's important to explore the other pages to have a better understanding of life.